Hi YouTubers, welcome back to Little Thrifter. If you're new here, I buy and sell jewelry and collectibles, and I go to yard sales and estate sales and flea markets, and I show them here. And if you're interested in anything, you could always reach out to me. First come, first served, of course, but I leave my email in the description box below if you want to reach out to me, see if the item is still available. So I'm on the west coast of Florida, so I traveled south like I do every month to visit with my mom and son, see some friends, and I went to a yard sale. And I was looking around and bought some things. And then as I was leaving, I heard a guy say, "Do you have any jewelry?" And she goes, "Oh, yeah, I forgot to bring it out." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even ask about jewelry because I didn't see any out." So I waited for him to look. And then I, stepped up and I purchased a few things. She did have this sterling silver. I bought a few pieces. She was very inexpensive. The sterling necklace I gave to my mom because she was looking for a short choker type silver necklace, and happened to be a nice rope chain choker, Italy 925. So I gave that to my mom. And then I found some other pieces there. I found this cool watch. And that's by, I don't really know how to say it, Vanish? I'm not sure. But it's really cool with the design around the face and orange band. And I think that's a leather band. Let me open it here. Ugh. Let's see. Yep. It's genuine leather band. And what is that type of, I think it's called Milleflore, the Italian design like that. So I got that as well at the yard sale. And then I got some rings. So this is just some costume rings. So I got this one. It's really pretty. It's a really dark faceted stone. I don't know if it's black or sometimes it's really deep. The color could be like a dark blue or a purple. So right now I'm going to say that's black, but I love the details on the ring. It's really pretty. And then the other ring I got was, this is gold filled ring. So I got that, and it is marked gold filled inside. And then I got this pretty ring right there. So, and then I got a brooch. Where's the brooch? Alright, that's weird. Oh, here it is. Alright. And then I got a brooch, someone special. It's like cherubs. And it's a locket. So I got that. Isn't that pretty? Someone special. There's the back. And it does open up. So she was real nice. She had some, nice pieces there. Then I went to another thrift shop up by where I live. No, this was part of a sale down there too. I bought like a shoebox of like Knights of Columbus neckties, and this was in the box, this Knights of Columbus pin. and the whole box was 5, and I had like 8 ties in there, and I made over $100 on those ties. But this Knights of Columbus pin was also in there as well. And then at another yard sale, I bought these earrings. And let me see, I think they had a name. Let me look closely. Tahari. So these are Tahari. I don't think I've showed these. Aren't they pretty? So there's those. And then this stuff I got, as a matter of fact, today. This thrift shop is in my town up where I live, and this was 2. This is wood, which is kind of cool. And I was just doing a whatnot show, and they were saying that you don't see too many wood necklaces anymore. And then I come across this, so I got this at the thrift shop. And speaking of whatnot, my user ID is Purple Moon on there, and this Friday night, May 2nd at 7:30, I'm going to be having a vintage textile show. I usually do jewelry and whatnot, but I have like Christmas tablecloths, and I have vintage fabrics and what have you, things my mom has knitted. And so Friday night, Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. on whatnot, I'm going to do my show at 9:30 p.m. I'm Purple Moon on whatnot. And then on May 4th, Sunday, every Sunday, 11:03 a.m., I do jewelry shows on whatnot, just to let you know. But I'm Purple Moon on that platform. So at this same thrift shop I went to up by me, and I go there like once a week, I found this really cool glass necklace. And you could tell if it's glass by just grabbing it and feeling if it's cold. Isn't that pretty? I tried to do a little research, and someone said this was Chico's, but I'm not sure. But look how pretty those are. Dark red and like they almost look black, faceted beads, and really pretty. So that one, and then I got these. I don't know why I grabbed them. I even used my magnet on other jewelry to just make sure, like if it's magnetic, it's not going to be sterling. And so why didn't I use it on these? I thought, oh, those look sterling. But of course I got home and they're not. So that was my bad. I should have used my magnet to see if those were non-magnetic. And I didn't. But it's alright. I'll sell them still. They're pretty, silver tone hoops. And then my sister passed November. My older sister. She was a sweet person. Beautiful smile. Always made me laugh. She was gone too soon. Anyway, she wanted me to have all her jewelry. She would always say, I want you to have my jewelry. I want you to have my jewelry. And sometimes she would buy my jewelry to, like, help me out. Sorry. Anyway, so, there's some of her pieces I've kept, of course. And then some pieces, I recognize as them being jewelry that, she bought from me. Which was so funny. I'm like, oh my God, I recognize that. But here is a Details Cloisonne watch. And then here's like those little watch rings. And that name is Jalga. Jalga Vintage. And then there's this little, like, has some wear here, but this, like, pocket watch. Now, how do I open this? I forgot. So I lift it up, and then it opens, or I press down. I press down. So it's a West clock. That probably needs a battery or something. Yeah. So, yeah, those cool pieces were, you know, part of a bunch of jewelry from my big sister, Laura. I miss her. But she's in heaven with my dad. Okay, so then, was it yesterday? I went to a thrift shop that I frequent now and then, and they had a lot of sterling silver, a lot of jewelry they put out, and then sometimes you could go and it's like barely nothing, and then like once in a while they'll put out like a big bag of jewelry that I like to buy for like 70 bucks. But they had a lot of sterling, so I was looking in there and I recognized the Robert Lee Morris RLM on these earrings here. See, RLM Studio 925 China. Aren't they cool? So they were $8.75. So I got those. I have those listed on eBay. These next three pieces I'm not selling. They're going to be listed elsewhere. But the other items, you know, are available. These I found for $8.75. So they are marked 14K Italy, which was very exciting. Aren't they pretty? And they're marked right there. So that was very exciting to find those. White gold. Okay, so the big find was this. Isn't that pretty? It's got like a little safety, you know, clasp here on the side, right here. And I think, like, I saw a couple bracelets almost like this that sold for like $1,500 or $2,100, and the mark was there, so it may have worn off. But I tested this for 14K, and it was positive for 14K. These tested positive for amethyst, and I'm very excited. Look how pretty the detail around here. And the other one that sold, I don't know, they were saying that was 40 grams. And it looked just like this, but not as much detail. And they were saying it's 40 grams. This was 21 grams about. So it's very exciting. I did attempt to go to the jeweler today so he could verify that this is gold and not gold plated. So that's going to be very exciting. I think it's a little bent there. What do you think? Let's see. A little bit there. See that? But isn't it so pretty? I was so excited. $5 find. Can you believe that? Oh my God. I was very excited. So it did test 14K. Those are real amethysts. And I'm just going to have the, you know, jeweler verify that this is gold and not gold plated. Isn't that the prettiest bracelet? And that's my birthstone too for February. So those were my finds this time around. Please subscribe and hit the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Just hit the subscribe right now. I would appreciate it, guys. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.